Arsenal are targeting a left winger in the remaining time of this transfer window. They just played their first game. We'll talk about and kind of strange links that a lot of people are saying that it's not true, but the source that has actually spoke about this link has been so trusted over this window, has been praised by the big names, by the Ornsteins, by the Fabrizio Romano, that Arsenal are interested in Semenyo from Bournemouth. We'll talk about it, and also we'll talk about the Rodrygo situation and his links to Arsenal, also to Manchester City, and what can Arsenal do, of course. But before we go on, I am Judge Mo. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, turn on the notification bell. The like button is very important. It looks like thumbs up underneath the video. It pushes the video to the new viewer. So leave a comment underneath below as well about what I'm about to say. But emerging just right after the game that Arsenal played against Manchester United, where they won 1-0. They started the season with 3 points. It's very good for them. The performance was not the best, but at this point, all what matters is getting the 3 points. That's what a lot of people are saying. But that left winger side looked absolutely horrific. Gabriel Martinelli, as Arsenal fans are saying, Martinelli, they love you, they appreciate you, but come on, it is time to go. He was absolutely horrendous. And every single Arsenal fan is screaming for a left winger. And I think the club is listening to this. Martin Odegaard, Zubamendi, Rice, Nwaneri, Mereno, Norgard, maybe the midfield is okay. I have a different opinion about this. I said it on a lot of other videos about Eze, that they should have a different kind of player in the midfield, but the left winger is a massive problem. And that is why, and this is what everyone has reported, Arsenal are a little bit hesitant of going for Eze. They want an out-and-out winger. That's why this link makes a lot of sense. Semenyo, who just played Liverpool, he kind of played on the right side, but he plays on the left, on the right. He's a left-footed. He signed a new contract, as a lot of people have said, but it looks like Arsenal are inquiring about him. Bournemouth are asking, why are Arsenal leaving that late in the window? So Bournemouth won't be able to find a replacement for him. But we know when the big clubs come in knocking, when the big clubs want a player, I think they might be able to get the player. I'm not saying that Bournemouth is a small club, but in comparison with the Arsenal ambition, a team that wants to win the league, that reach a Champions League semi-final, that want to get even further in the Champions League, maybe Semenyo will be keen to join Arsenal, which is what is reported here. Do Arsenal have a financial leeway? It looks like in the PSR, Arsenal have a lot of finances. But stay with us, because I'm going to show you the video of David Ornstein in a bit and what he said about the Arsenal financial situation, because it is very important to know. But all I have to say about this is that Arsenal, I think they're putting all their eggs in the Rodrygo basket. They are waiting for Rodrygo to make a decision. There's only 2 weeks left in this transfer window, and it will be massive if Arsenal can get a spark like a Rodrygo across the line for Mikel Arteta and the team to release the pressure off the right side. The problem with the left side of Arsenal is that it has Declan Rice, who's not creative. He's a box crasher. He's more of a box-to-box midfielder. And Gabriel Martinelli. There is no spark, and everything goes through the right side. It goes through Odegaard, and it goes through Bukayo Saka. So it is easy to anticipate what Arsenal will do every game. That is why it's screaming for a left winger. Like, it is screaming for a difference maker on that left. A left winger or a left 8, someone that is different than what they have currently. So someone that will shake the opposition's defense. From the left side of Arsenal, Calafiori looked good today. And Calafiori scored the goal. The problem is his left winger is dead. And that is why they need a Gabriel Martinelli to go. And they need a Rodrygo, a Rafa Leao. I'm just going to take it a step further. Getting a Semenyo is not the worst option. He's not good enough for Arsenal, but he's just better than Martinelli. If that is your option, I would go for Eze. I want to hear your opinion. Would you go for Eze and make him start on the left side and maybe sometimes in the middle if you're going to play there, if Trossard is back, Madueke can play, if people want to give Madueke a chance? Or would you go for an out-and-out winger like Semenyo? Of course, having Rodrygo and having Rafa Leao, these are X factors, these are difference makers. It's better than having Eze playing left winger because they are out-and-out wingers. But if you're going to choose between a Semenyo to Arsenal or an Eze to Arsenal, which one would you choose? We saw Arsenal today. We saw Eze today. Like, it depends on when are you watching this video. Really, really being the best player on the pitch for Crystal Palace, destroying Chelsea in that midfield, to be honest. Every time he gets the ball, you're off your seat and you are waiting for things to happen. And that is what Arsenal need. Need it from the left. So Saka is not marked all the time. Saka, the pressure is on him all the time. They need another player to lift the pressure off him, and that player needs to be on the other side. But Arsenal, as I said before, they are waiting for Rodrygo, but Rodrygo is a big deal. The problem with Rodrygo is that Fabrizio Romano, as it is reported by this Fabrizio Romano, that Man City wants Rodrygo. In every single meeting, that's what Fabrizio said, they are waiting for the winger. And the winger is always Rodrygo. Let me tell you one thing and one key factor here, which is, let's just hear what Fabrizio has to say about this. Let's hear his video and what he had to say about this. And him saying that, does Rodrygo prefer Man City or it's only Man City?
Man City want Rodrygo, but only if Semenyo leaves. Now at Manchester City the situation is quite clear. If Tottenham put big money on the table, 50, 60, 65 million euros are not enough to convince Manchester City. So or the bid goes to more than 70 million euros, or Semenyo stay at Manchester City. Man City are not desperate to let Semenyo go. But then, if Semenyo goes to Pep Guardiola office and says, Coach, I want to go, Pep, let me go, in that case, you remember what happened with Julian Alvarez and other players, Man City could try to find a solution with Tottenham. So keep an eye on Semenyo, because if Semenyo ends up to Tottenham, Rodrygo is still the dream target, the player wanted by Manchester City, the player mentioned in every single meeting by Pep Guardiola. When they discuss about wingers, when they discuss about opportunities, Pep Guardiola, not only this summer, but also in the recent years, always mentioned Rodrygo as a dream target and ideal player for his idea of football.
The problem, one of the things that I wanted to discuss, like he didn't say anything else that is of substance, is that he keeps saying that he's the dream target of Manchester City. A lot of Man City fans and a lot of people that we talk to, they say that Rodrygo is going to go to Man City. At no point Fabrizio Romano have said that Rodrygo wants Manchester City, that Rodrygo is preferring Man City. That has never been mentioned. Arsenal prefer Rodrygo. Everyone prefers Rodrygo. Liverpool want Rodrygo. Everyone wants a Rodrygo. But does Rodrygo prefer Man City? That is the big deal, though. And here comes the game that Arsenal is playing. If Arsenal wait on Rodrygo and they don't go for Eze, and I want to hear what you guys think about this, because I think this is so idiotic, though. If Arsenal wait on Rodrygo and Eze leaves to go to Spurs because he's not going to wait forever, and now Rodrygo decides to stay at Real Madrid, or even he decides to go to Manchester City, and Semenyo leaves. Now Arsenal are leaving themselves a little bit short in the window, because who are they going to sign on that left winger? Eze is gone, Rodrygo's gone. You go to Rafa Leao, it looks like he's injured. I think Arsenal are putting themselves in a bad place. Unless there is the problem that David Ornstein spoke about the PSR and the FFP. Listen to these 15 seconds. They're so key about the Arsenal window and how they can spend the money, because a lot of people are convinced that Arsenal have the money. Listen to this, very important.
They've got a lot of PSR headroom, so they could do more, but they're tight on the UEFA financial fair play rules. Mikel Arteta faces a big season. He's under maybe external pressure, but that is not replicated internally. They are squarely behind him.
Very important what I said, that the financial fair play. But however, the financial fair play, you don't get banned from Europe. You get a little bit of like a fine here and there. If you have a PSR leeway where the point deduction comes in, if you can spend money, Arsenal should go and spend the money as soon as possible. Go and replace Martinelli. Go and get your left winger to galvanize the team, because the team needs a massive left winger, in my opinion. The team needs a little bit of an uplift. He is done. Martinelli is finished at the club. And I believe that the fans have a role to play. The fans need to press that this guy needs to be sold. 30, 40 million, it doesn't matter. Just sell the guy and move on and get a different player, because it is very, very important for us to do this. Let me know, guys, in the comment section. If would you prefer Eze? Currently, you got one bird in the hand or 10 on the tree. Get Eze today or wait for Rodrygo and risk not having anyone coming in this window, or go for Semenyo if you prefer Semenyo, who had a magnificent season last season, as everyone knows. You guys let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Just give you a last thing. Semenyo last season had 13 goals and 5 assists in the league, versus Rodrygo had 6 goals and 5 assists in 30 La Liga games. I'm not saying that Semenyo is better. I'm saying Rodrygo provides a spark, but Semenyo is not a bad option. He's not good enough for me. I think Arsenal should go and get better. But if that is the option, he's just better than Martinelli. You guys let me know. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button and turn on the notification bell to know when we go live. I will see you guys soon, and we're out of here, people.